G'day guys, welcome back to Wombat Gaming. Today we were going to be covering mods, everything Bellwright related, the mods that you can get. I'm going to go through and show you where you get the mods from. So there'll be links in the description below for everything that I cover. Now, the mods are found at a place called Vortex Mods. That's the primary source for the mods. You can get them other ways, but this is the best way to get them. I'm going to show you how to get them, where from. I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite mods, and then I'm going to show you two ways that you can install these mods. There are two ways that work. Now, a bit of a disclaimer here. Mods, you install at your own risk. I'm not endorsing them, the use of them. If you want to play the game vanilla, that's up to you. If you want to play it with some mods installed, then go for it. I do. It's a single player game, and I want the experience to be enjoyable. So if something is not enjoyable to me and I can fix it, I will fix it. So just to cover a couple of the quick mods that I really do like, and I'll show you these as well on the web page where you can download them from. But one of them is the inventory management increased. Now this can be increased by 5, 10, 20. I think there's a few different options in regards to that at the download page, and I'll show you that in a minute. This just allows me to not have to manage my inventory. I don't really like managing inventory and never have. So if you can have a look, these barns give me 10,000, and I think that is a lot. I think that's 10 times more than what they were getting before, 5 times more. Anyway, I can't remember, but I would have to have, like, I've got 5 barns as it is. I would have to have probably 20 plus barns to get by on the inventory, unless I started to manage my ore production and gathering and things like that better. And to be honest, I'm having more fun killing bandits and trying to, liberate the whole map. So that's the reason why I like the storage mod. The other mod that I straight away downloaded when I started the new playthrough was the Easy Signs mod. Now, I'll explain to you why. For me, this is basically, let's have a look. Now, the travel sign, when you place it down, costs you renown. I can't remember how much it was, but at this point in the playthrough, it's probably not a big deal. But early on in the game playthrough, it was, and I couldn't put down, I didn't want to waste renown on putting down these travel signs. So I used the mod in doing that. So that saves me renown, and I can also build them, wherever I want. You can see, you can pretty much place this almost anywhere on the map, except for inside villages. So you can't place them on roads, but you can place them next to roads, place them out in the open. And yeah, as long as, I don't go overboard on them, I think I'd probably have a total of maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, maybe 6 or 7. I kind of put them on key intersections or outside herbalist huts, things that I want to go to. Definitely outside my, resource gathering areas like my copper and tin. And I definitely got one down with my iron as well. So I usually place them in those locations. Now, in saying that, the mods that you install is totally up to you. So let's take a look at a few of those mods now and that web page that I will be showing you. Okay, so this is the website. As I said, I'll link this description down below. It's called Nexus Mods, if you're not familiar with this already. And this is the Bellwright link. So essentially, when you come to this for the first time, you're going to have this option here, which is new today, new this week, etc. And then you got some more stuff down the bottom. But what we want to do is we want to click on the, you can either go explore all mods or updated. So updated is going to give you the most up-to-date mods that have been, recently updated. And that's pretty much what you need. So if you take the Avoid Kitten mods, which you'll probably see the most of, they have actually labeled theirs autumn update, which is really good. And they are, working because they've been updated. But you'll find there are a lot of mods in Nexus. If you scroll further and further down, you will find that there's less and less that will be working. So some of these down in here haven't been updated since June and therefore don't work anymore. So just bear that in mind. Now, some of the mods that you will be downloading will require one specific mod. It's like a mod override. Let's see if it's in this page. Now, there are 2 for, I'm not sure, there are 2 here. There's this Bellwright modifier, but the one you want is this mod unlocker August update. This is essential if you want to use mods. And there will be 2 ways of using this. And one is through the manually installing it. And the other, I believe, is using, let's have a look, Vortex Manager. Yeah, the mod manager. Now, it does give you instructions on how to do it. So it shouldn't be that hard. It's even giving you like a file location, and mine is exactly the same as this, so it does help you through it. Do this obviously at your own risk, but getting back to the actual mods themselves, let's go back to, we don't want to buy endorsements, we want it by updated, last updated, so we know that they are new. Now, as you can see, there's lots of different mods. There's a new one that just came out today, it looks like, increase worker limits. And if you go into them, it does tell you a little bit more, but it just says here, increases the number of workers permitted in certain buildings. And that's pretty much it. So you can increase, so say one building you've built only allows you to have one worker. You can possibly have two with this or more, who knows. The other thing that there's lots of different things like, this one here, like quarrying, enables you to fell trees and quarry rocks, boulders, granite in a single swing. So that's if you're wanting to like really shortcut things. Better mining isn't such a bad mod, actually. There are different versions of this, and one will give you more ore as you mine, or endless ore, which is what I kind of like. That means that the ore will never disappear. It never gets depleted. I know I had that trouble with one of my copper mines or tin mines early on. It disappeared very quickly, and I was again hunting around to try and find more ore. So if you're not wanting to move around too much or build, yourself mines all over the place or keep moving them, this is the good one for you. But you could leave that one off and maybe just get 2 times mining, so you're getting twice as much, or 5 times. It's really up to you. That's the thing about mods. It's really there to suit the style of play that you want in the game. What else can I talk about in regards to these mods? So they're basically, most of them are by by Void Kittens, and there are the odd pop-in ones that a few people have done. This looks like it's a Thai one. So and then we have this one that's quite new. This is a first-person camera mode, which looks very interesting, to be honest. I haven't tried that one out yet. But some of them are harder. Some of them are harder to install than others. Like that's one I did have a look at it, and it does seem like it's a little bit more work to actually get this one installed. So a lot of scripting changes and things like that. So for me, I probably would stay away from that one, to be honest, and hope that the actual developers just install the mod themselves, where you get the option to change it maybe in the settings to first person, which would kind of be cool if you could do that in game. Now, the way that you install these mods, there are 2 ways. The most popular way, and in other games that I've played, I've never had an issue with this particular way, but it would be Vortex, the actual program Vortex mods. This can be downloaded from Vortex, and essentially you can manage all your games through this, and play them through this as well. You can see the top left-hand corner. I can just press the play button to start playing Bellwright from here. Now, I put these in here because I'm not using this at the moment, just to show you what it would look like. There are a range of different mods in here. Now, you wouldn't want to be enabling a 5 times expansion, inventory expansion, and a 10 times. So you wouldn't want to have both going at the same time. I was just showing you that as an example. There are another example would be here. This is this better books. If you were instantly wanting to read books, or called it reduce the amount of time to read books, you would only want one of those. So just be mindful about the mods that you do install, using either this method or the manual method. And this is really easy to use. It's just enable or disable, and etc. etc. So you can see the better signs mods there as well. Also, the mod on locker is in there as well. I've just got this disabled on this particular one at the moment, just because I'm using it via the manual method. So this one does take a little bit of getting used to. There are some things like once you download the file, it'll automatically install it. But you need to keep an eye out on updates. The top right-hand corner, there is an update bell, and you can refresh the system or check the updates through this here. Just on this little section, and you can see, oh look, we've got an update already. So Better Mining has a new version, and it allows you to update that to 1.1. So they might have had a minor fix there. So if you're using this version, now this is good, because if you didn't know about that version change, you would have to go to the website and manually do it yourself. So there are pros and cons to doing it this way for sure. This way would enable you to just update it, through the thing, and you just go to the website like it's done there, and it's just going to automatically start downloading the file and then install the update for you. So just bear that in mind. That's a pretty good way of doing it. So now the other way of installing these mods, you probably did notice the file link on the, let's have a look. And essentially this is going to be the same for everybody. And I will copy this down the bottom, but it is essentially usually your C disk drive, and then program, Steam apps, common, Bellwright, 2 Bellwright folders. That's just the way it goes, content and packs. Now you do need this little mod file folder. So if you don't have this one with a little mods thing, this is essential. So if you're going to do it manually, you will need this folder, and then you basically just put the mods in here like I've done. Now this particular folder here was created by Vortex. I just did this as an experiment. For some reason it created a subfolder within the mods. I'm not sure why it did that, and I did test it and it did work. So don't be too alarmed. If you are using Vortex and they are working when you test them, then that's great. If they're creating these subfiles, don't worry too much, but they should be just creating these files in here like this. So I have basically just downloaded the files and then copied them into here, unless there were any specific instructions to do something different. So you can see, I've just to show you guys what you can do, I've put the speed reader in here. I've put the endless fuel, which I think allows you to have endless burning on your your fires and things like that. Just as an experiment, I'm just playing around with some of these at the moment just to see whether it's worth having these or not. That one's probably not a big deal. I probably will remove that myself because I don't have a problem with getting peat and things like that, and etc. So that's essentially how you install them. It's not really that difficult. Just follow the instructions, like I said, that they do provide. You can either use the Vortex, or like I said, you can use do it via the instructions inside the actual mod itself. And yeah, away you go. There really isn't too much to it. If you have got any questions or are unsure, please hit the comments below. I will also link the Discord server for the main modding group that do all the mods for this game below as well. So feel free to join in the discussion. They're taking ideas and suggestions for new mods as well. And I'm always looking for feedback, I guess, but I'll put that in the feedback below. So if this was helpful, guys, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing. I've tried to keep it as short as I can. And like I said, if you think I've missed anything, please pop that in the comments below. Essentially, I just shown you a couple of my favorite mods. I'm showing you where to get them from. And I will quickly go back to, there is actually 2 ways of downloading these mods. And we'll show you that. When you do go to a mod, say inventory expansion, you can manually download it. This is the way that you would manually download and then copy that into the folder. And then the mod manager, it just does it all for you. Once you down that, it will open up in Vortex, the mod manager, and then essentially enable it and start running it for you. So again, if it was helpful, please hit that like button and please comment below as well. It helps the video algorithm, and I will see you on the next video. Wombat out.
Und deinen takes to the skies with pixels ablaze and battles untamed. We'll conquer the virtual never made.